Hi you guys, it's me, April with Hair 101. I am so excited today because I am partnering up with an awesome new game called Best Fiends, and I have been playing this for a couple of days now, and let me just tell you guys, it is addicting, but in a good way. I absolutely love having a little video game that I can sit down and play and just kind of unwind and relax with at the end of a hard day, or even when my client's processing under the dryer and I can't talk to them or whatever. So it's an awesome little tool to have to kind of relax and fill up some of my free time. But I am on level 12, you guys, and so far it has been super fun. I absolutely love how simple the game is. Even my little 3-year-old can play it. You just have to match up the colors of the little leaves or like flowers or mushrooms or little strawberries. You just kind of match all the colors up and then it powers up and you can grow your cute little animals. This fun little game is so simple. You just take your finger and swipe. You have to have 3 of the same color or more, and they just have to be able to connect somehow. And they feed the little colors of the little fiends that you have, and they punch this ugly slug in the face and make him go away so that you can have an awesome, beautiful garden. So there you go, pretty simple, super fun, super addicting. If you guys want to try out this super fun game, it is absolutely free. Just download it from the App Store or the Google Play, and the link is below in the description, so make sure you guys check it out and try to beat me on my level. I'm on level 12, and I'm sure that by the end of the day it'll be a lot better because we've been having so much fun with this. So thank you for teaming up with me, Best Fiends, super fun game. Now on to the content of this video. So I'm excited because I decided I have so many people asking me, how do I do this? Help, I don't know how to formulate this color. And I absolutely cannot formulate colors for everyone, but I can help you to understand how I formulate. And I think that that will help you guys in the long run to be able to do the same procedure when you guys are in situations that you need to formulate for. So I told everyone on Instagram to pick a before picture and then a target picture and put them side by side and send them to me so that I can walk you through verbally what I would do for that color. So I had an awesome response, you guys. Thank you for everyone that sent me in pictures. I will be doing more of these, especially if you guys let me know if it was helpful. So make sure you thumbs up this video and comment below if you guys want to see more videos like this. Let me know. Give me some feedback, guys. But the first one I'm going to do is from Jessica Sartin. I think I said that right. And she sent me a picture of a really dark, probably like level 2 or 3 brown brunette. And then the target is a beautiful light brown with a blonde highlight. And it's not really brassy. It's like a nice, cool brown. And I can see why she has a hard time with this one because there isn't any dark left on the head anywhere. So you pretty much are coloring every single strand of hair on this person's head. So there's a couple ways I would go about doing this. First of all, you have to ask them whether or not the hair is natural virgin hair or if it's artificial. Most cases, you'll have some regrowth that is the natural hair, and then the rest of it's artificial, especially if they're gray. But in some cases, someone might just come in with all virgin hair. That is the easiest situation. So I'll tell you what I would do for both situations, and you guys can kind of decide from there. On the virgin hair application, the way I would do this is I would foil in some highlights, and in this specific picture, they're not super chunky. They're almost like even hand painted. But in order to recreate that look, I would actually just weave through, not really baby lights, but maybe like, I would make the pieces about 1/4 of an inch or a little bit smaller. And I would just kind of go through and weave. And I would do that probably every 1/2 of an inch and just take the top of that slice and then weave it with the blonde. And I would foil all of that. And then I would go back through with a paint between, and I would paint, depending on how many levels you're lifting. This one looks like, so the picture looks like a level, we'll say 3, and the target is probably a level 6, or even like the very, very least 5, but I would say 6. Let's just say a 3 to a 6, just to make it easy. So we're going 3 levels. So you start at the 3, which is the dark color, and you go up to 4, 5, and 6. So you are going to be lifting that hair 3 levels. Now, first off, when you're lifting hair more than a couple levels, you need to be aware that you can have some hot roots. So I would foil up the highlights first, and then you could do a paint between. The paint between only works on situations like this where you're either just doing virgin hair, or if you're just retouching something that's already there, like just like the gray roots, or if you're going darker. So all of those situations would be good for a paint between. And a paint between is just you foil up the hairs, and since you're coloring every single piece, there's no like blonde ends sticking out, and they should be tightly packed in those foils. And the rest of it, you would just go through section by section, flipping the foils and painting all of the rest of the hair on the head. So my formula for the dark, first of all, I would think, okay, I'm lifting 3 levels, and a level 3 has an underlying tone of like red, orange. So I know that when it starts to lift that out with a color, it's going to expose a lot of orange and red tones. And that is going to be something that you have to counteract in your formulation. So my formulation for this would be a blue base. So I would take like a 6 ash blue, and even like and that needs to be in a permanent color. So make sure you're not doing like a 6 ash blue and a shades hue, because that wouldn't work. So in my color fusion line or my chromatics line, either one of those would lift and deposit virgin hair. So I would probably do my fusion line, and I would use like a 6 ash blue with either 30 or 40 volume. Now on the roots, on the first like ½ inch of the roots, I would probably go down in developer, just because that heat radiates and you don't want to get hot roots. And also on this look, it does look like she has a little bit of a deeper root. So I would do the 6 ash B with like a 30 volume, and then on the rest of it, I would do a 40 volume. I would bump up the developer, because you really need it to lift out that red orange pigment, and then the blue will go in there and soften and tone it out. And you should end up with a really pretty ashy, dark blonde or light brown with a beautiful highlight like shown in the picture. Once you guys got done, if you rinsed and it was still a little bit blue, you could go through with a 9B Shades EQ and tone the hair that way, and it would even bring it a little bit softer and ashier. So that would probably be my go-to situation in virgin hair. All right, so now all of that goes out the window if they are sitting there and they have color in their hair already. To go from this picture, point A to point B, if they had like a box hair dye on their head, first thing you need to do is make sure that their hair has the elasticity and the integrity and is healthy enough to go through this procedure, because it can be damaging to the hair. I would definitely use Olaplex, but with that said, it's not going to be a one application process. This is a color correction, and you have to explain that to your client. You have to let them know that this is going to be a double application. It's going to cost twice as much as it normally would. And if they're okay with that, then you go ahead and you check the porosity and the elasticity of the hair, make sure it's in good condition. Use your Olaplex if you have it, or other conditioning or pre-treatments. I know that Redken has an awesome one called Cat. Just whatever you need to do to make sure that hair is healthy and is ready for this procedure. Okay, with that said, the first thing I would do is strip the hair with either a bleach or a color stripper, a color remover. I would probably go straight to my flash lift, and I would paint it on the hair everywhere that is not virgin hair. So starting from the line of demarcation or where the virgin hair growth is stopped down, I would just paint it everywhere until the hair was a bright orange color. So once you got it to that bright orange color, you would or even if you could even get it to like a light orange color, that would be perfect. Rinse that out, blow dry it. They're gonna freak out because their hair's bright orange. And then tell them to calm down, because now you're ready to do the real work. And then I would go through and do the same procedure as I did before that I explained. I would go through and do some highlights, but I would only use probably like 20 volume on the highlights since it's already orange. But maybe on the regrowth, you might need to use like a 40 volume still, but on the ends like a 20 or a 30, because it's already been lightened that much. But you need to kind of decide where it is and what the hair can handle. I would foil those up, and then I would go back through, and I would also use a 6 ash B or ash blue in the red confusion, because once you've lifted that color pigment out enough to where it's light, like a light orange color, it will deposit in the blue still, and this will make it beautiful, you guys. I know that it sounds scary to put an ash blue on someone that has like bright orange hair, but that is what makes it look soft brown. So that is pretty much the same formulation, but there's an extra step in it if they have like artificial colors. So that is my suggestions, and that's how I would personally go about tackling this color. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.